Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, action figure review. Today we are looking at the NECA Godzilla King of the Monsters, Mothra, poster version figure. Yes, this is the second to last NECA Godzilla that I have to review, at least in this scale. But she really is just a repaint of the regular Mothra, so if you have the regular Mothra, you might not be too interested in her. She's beautiful though. But she is a little more expensive now than when she came out. I could never find her when she came out, so I did have to pay a little more for her on the aftermarket. And I've just been sitting on her, waiting to review her. These are actually really nice for in-package collectors, I think, because you have the cool poster image on the front, but you can also pop it open, see the figure in the box, and also a product image. Look at that, a big old wingspan, articulation, display with support rod. Pretty cool. And there's a little read-up right there on the films and stuff. You can pause and read that if you like. And I have reviewed Rodan, the regular Mothra, and the Godzillas and everything. Every Godzilla in this scale except for the Loot Crate exclusive one I have reviewed. And I reviewed Rodan, as I said, and the regular Mothra. So, let's bust her out of package. And here she is out of package, the 2019 poster version Mothra. Yes, she's a very cool figure. It kind of feels like you could snap her in two, so just keep that in mind. This is not a figure for kids. Luckily, Playmates recently released a single carded Mothra and one in a 5-pack that are about this scale that kids can play with. It's the GXK one. Mine has a wobbly wing. But this is a pristine adult collectible. The base goes on her tum-tum. Like that. Pretty ace, pretty cool. And it plugs into this cool base, which is her chrysalis, opened up, spewing forth. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I quite like it. I have my other Mothra displayed on hers as well, and this one will be displayed on hers, but I will take her off it for this review. Though I will say it's a very beautiful base, very well made. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, here's Mothra herself. You see that beautiful blue and black all down the wings. A lot of texture, like little hairs all over it. You can see the way she was packaged, it kind of smushed her up, so all her limbs are kind of pushed to the side. That can be fixed with hot water and whatnot, though it's not something I should have to fix. You know what I mean? She's just kind of all blue. Lots of different blues, all on the Queen of the Monsters. Very cool. Very cool. I quite like the Monsterverse Mothra. She's very deadly. She's got a little stinger and stuff, and she shoots silk out her mouth. She's not as powerful as, like, Heisei Mothra, but she's a brawler, you know? Heisei Mothra is shooting just beams all the time, but Monsterverse Mothra will fuck you up. Oh, she'll get you. Now, how about some articulation? Each wing moves up and down, and when I say each wing, I do mean the little wings as well, all 4 wings. They don't really rotate. They have a little give, but they don't rotate. The outer 4 limbs go forward and back, as do the hind legs. So the hind legs are really stiff. They do move. My front legs aren't stiff, though. So yeah, you know, that's not the most articulation in the world, but it is articulation, and I think a fair amount for her. Honestly, if the legs didn't move at all, I wouldn't even care. But these front kind of pedipalpi legs are nice to move. But the back legs, if the back legs didn't move, I wouldn't care at all. But the wings are a must move. You know what I mean? For a figure like this, for sure. Anyhow, now let's get into everybody's favorite part. Size comparisons. Now for this segment, I'm going to lay her on her back like this. I wouldn't normally do this, but her body is so small, and her wings are really what you're going to see when she's displayed with other kaiju. So I wanted to lay her flat, and to do that I got to do it on her back. So here she is with her full wingspan. You know, first up, I'm going to show her with kind of some of the current stuff coming out. And currently, Playmates is making the MonsterVerse toys. Not the adult collectible ones, but the ones for kids. I don't have any Hayas, sorry. One day. But here she is with the Hong Kong Battle Godzilla from GVK and Playmates Toys. I still think that's actually a pretty good scaling. I think that's pretty awesome. So that's fun. Next up, another kaiju. I'm going to kind of go back and forth between Godzilla and other franchises. Here she is with George from Lanyard's Rampage line. Pretty cool. You don't see a lot of George. Yoink. And now another Godzilla figure. Here she is with my favorite Godzilla foe of all time. It is the Bandai Creations, aka Bandai America, Showa Gigan. I think he's supposed to be the Versus Megalon Gigan. Really like that. If there was one monster I could see come to the MonsterVerse, it would be Gigan. But these days, I'm really just rooting for original Kaiju, to be completely honest with you. But it would be interesting. Anyhow, how about something Gamera right now, and a smaller scale? Here is the 5-inch scale Trend Masters Jiger. She looks good with a lot of stuff, just because her wings are so big, but her body is so small. She really looks like she could work with many different scales, which is really cool. Because I also have a 4-inch scale figure in the form of Heisei Mogera from the Trend Masters Godzilla line, the 4-inch one specifically. Pretty neat, pretty ace, pretty dope. God, she's beautiful. Look at those wings. Wow. Wow. Now, how about an Ultra Monster? Here is the Ultra Monster 500 series Zeragus from Bandai Japan. Don't Shoot Arashi. One of my favorite episodes. Probably my favorite episode. Very cool. Awesome. Now, for another Godzilla creature, here is the Bandai Japan Movie Monster series Gigan Rex. A more modern Gigan. Very cool. I'm also going to throw in a dinosaur, because a lot of kaiju are based on dinosaurs, and I display all mine together, and I figure a lot of other people probably do too. So here is the Papo Gorgosaurus. You're not Daspletosaurus. Anyway, that's cool. Now, brother, another Godzilla. This is one I haven't shown off in an action figure haul yet, or have reviewed. Everything I just showed you, I should have reviewed by now. But this guy I have not reviewed, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see the Playmates Toys Godzilla Classics first release, Shin Godzilla 4th Form. Huh? Pretty cool. Gotta love it. I mean, most people don't, but whatever. Next up is a monster that's not necessarily a kaiju, but it's from a toy line that I've kind of become a little bit enamored with recently. They could work as good kaiju, though. Everything from this line could. Here's the Schleich Eldredor Stone Monster. Yeah, he's kind of the mascot for the Eldredor line. I reviewed him, as well as a couple other Eldredor things, a 2-pack and another single figure. If you want more Eldredor reviews, let me know in the comments down below. Alright. But I have reviewed him. And this next guy I reviewed forever ago, but he is the one that's most relevant to this review. Because I always say, as long as a figure scales well with its own line, it's in scale. Even if it doesn't scale well with another line of the same quote-unquote scale. So, here's our Queen of the Monsters with the King of the Monsters, the NECA 2019 Godzilla. And in all honesty, I think they look pretty great together. And I do mean great. They're really awesome. Wunderbar. So, that is it for size comparisons. And what are my final thoughts on the NECA poster version Mothra figure from the 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters film? Pretty cool. She's a cool gal. I really dig her. I don't know if Haya's made a Mothra. To be completely honest, I haven't really been following Haya. But I think NECA was the only one to do a poster version. You can even see her wings are a little translucent and everything. They're really beautiful wings. I am very happy with the figure. I wish she wasn't scrunched up. One of her wings, the top wings, is loose, but the bottom wing is tight and holds it up, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about that. The stand holds her very well, as I knew it would, because I have the other Mothra. Once again, this is the repaint. So her accessories work well. I really think the only thing they should have done with her was release a new accessory. What accessory, you ask? Well, NECA did release an image of a Mothra larva they were going to make. I think just a little non-articulated Mothra larva would have been great to go with this figure. It would have been a pretty good selling point for people who had the first release Mothra and would have been like, oh, no, I don't want that. It's just a repaint. It's just the same figure but repainted. I don't need that. And you can't really blame anyone for thinking that. That's totally fine. I'm sure there were a lot of people that got one or the other. But if the repaint also came with the larval form, hey, that's incentive for people who have the first one to get the second one. Me, I loved the NECA stuff. I was going to get her anyway. I only have one figure left to complete the 6-inch NECA Godzilla stuff. And it's that damn Loot Crate one. But she's pretty cool. I am glad I have her. I don't regret getting her for a little more on the aftermarket. I think she was a little under $50. I honestly don't remember. I got her a while ago. Full disclosure, it was quite a while ago. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. If you want Mothra in this color scheme, I think this figure is your best bet. If you want her in a different color scheme, I would look at other lines. But NECA is still a good option for the regular 2019 colors. So please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. I also do a lot of videos about live arthropods, spiders, mantises, isopods, and stuff in our series Safari Sam. So if you're actually into like real world live insects and arachnids and things like that, crustaceans, I also have some crustacean videos, then you will like that series as well. So that's it. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.